In this video, we're going to review the NECA Ultimate Stripe figure from the movie Gremlins. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, various collectibles, video games, you name it. Today, we're talking about the NECA Ultimate Stripe figure from the movie Gremlins. We reviewed the Spider Gremlin figure, which was from Gremlins 2, but Gremlins, the original Gremlins, was one of my favorite movies growing up. I saw it in the theater a couple of times. I remember being scared when I got home that Gremlins, I think we got home and our microwave didn't work. And so my parents were like, oh, those were the Gremlins. And I was scared. But Stripe was one of those villains in this movie that freaked me out, from his mohawk to his look, his scaly reptilian look. But I loved him. I had a little bendy figure of Stripe, and I had a Gizmo plush, and I would play with them together to kind of recreate scenes from the movies. But I'm older now, and I've moved on, and now I have this Ultimate Stripe figure from NECA. So I'm eager to open this up and get it set up on display. But here's the cover of the box. It says, "We're here." He's crossed out. Cute, clever, mischievous, intelligent, and dangerous. And it just says, "We're here." Gremlins Ultimate Stripe. And there, of course, is Stripe. And there's Gizmo being held in the box. The side says Gremlins. And on the back, a gadget salesman is looking for a special gift for his son and finds one at a store in Chinatown. The shopkeeper is reluctant to part with the Mogwai, but sells it to him with the warning to never expose him to bright light, water, or feed him after midnight. All of this happens, and the result is a gang of gremlins that decide to tear up the town on Christmas Eve. That's not quite accurate. The shopkeeper doesn't agree to sell him. His grandson sells it to him because they need some cash. But there's, of course, some popcorn, and then we got Stripe down here with a chainsaw, and there's Stripe on a skateboard, various different incarnations of the figure. So why don't we go ahead and, I guess I can open it up here. And there, of course, is Stripe with the chainsaw, and there's the figure in there. So we'll open them up, go through all the accessories, and give the figure a review. All right, I got the figure open, and before we get to the figure itself, why don't we go ahead and go through the accessories that come with it. First and foremost, we have this circular saw blade right here that comes with the figure. Just a pretty standard looking piece of plastic. Nothing too special about it. Of course, it is a circular saw blade. It's supposed to just replicate a metal saw blade. So nothing too special about this. Put that aside. Here, I do like this, though. This is a nice chainsaw. We can say that it has all the writing on the side. This is just a good little representation, of this saw. Got the little cord sitting there on the end. And, of course, there's great detail in that power cord. And it goes up through the handle, and then the blade itself with the chain. This is just a really good miniaturized version, representation of this chainsaw. So I really like this. They did a really good job on this. And then, of course, we have a skateboard. Now, skateboarding to me was not anything I was into when I was a kid. Although after I saw Back to the Future, seeing Marty McFly on a skateboard, I kind of got into skateboarding a little bit, as much as I had a skateboard and I tried to ride it. I'm not really that good. This is kind of like a tech deck almost, if you're familiar with those. You can do that kind of stuff, but not me. I have no coordination on a skateboard, or even with my fingers on a skateboard. But that's about what this represents. Pretty good detail on this too, with the trucks and then the wheels itself. just really good. And then the wood grain, you have that in there. And then you have kind of the grip tape on there. So really good skateboard for that. Those are the accessories. Let's get to the figure. Of course, these accessories are on scale with this figure. However, the figure itself, it wouldn't be in scale with the other 7-inch figures, because otherwise this gremlin would be, 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall. So that would be a little more scary. Figure comes, let's talk about the articulation in the head. The head goes side to side at the neck. It looks like there is a little bit of a ball joint on the head itself right there that you can turn independently of the neck pivot point, but there really is no movement up and down, so to speak, just more side to side. We have some ball joint right here in the shoulder, and then a joint bend here in the elbow, and then at the wrist, a turn. Nothing in the fingers, nothing really too much. The hands do go in and out at the wrist. There is a kind of a swivel right here at the waist where you can turn him. Then he does also bend, like kind of in that crunching position. And then there is movement in his hips. And then right here in his calf, we have a little bit of a movement, as well as his knee bends. And then we have our little peg holes here on the bottom. So, good articulation on this figure. The hair. I am, for those of you who have watched my videos before, you know that I like molded hair better than actual kind of fake hair. But I think for this figure, this works. It's kind of like a cotton feel to the hair, and you can style it as you want to, like in a mohawk all the way back. So I do like the real hair. I got a mullet going on here. Party in the front, business in the back, or party in the back, business in the front. I do like the real, quote unquote, real hair on this figure. Detail wise, his mouth does open also. So we get a little bit more articulation there. Detail wise, I mean, this looks like Stripe. Good thing about these types of characters is there's no actor. These are that they're trying to replicate the face sculpt of or anything like that. This is just kind of more of a cartoony type figure, like a puppet. So replicating this in this form, I think, would be easier than maybe a person's face sculpt. So, but really good job with this. He definitely looks like a gremlin. He looks like Stripe. Got the big ears. And then the detail with the paint, the color scheme is really good. This dark, almost brownish gray, and then the yellow, brown highlights, and the stripes all along there. Down to his hands. And of course, his hands are pretty gnarly. But again, they're not human hands, so that's a good thing about this figure, is that they can get creative with the detail, and they just have that original puppet to go off of. Nice long arms that extend down almost to the ground, to his feet. Very, like I said before, reptile in appearance. And there's his feet with the claws. And then on the backside, just more of the same as far as paint goes, with that mullet going down to his back, the backbone sticking out. Just a pretty grotesque looking figure, although, it's not so grotesque that it's not cute, because, I don't know, I tend to find gremlins to be cute, even if they're trying to kill you. But just put them in a microwave, and they'll be good to go. You can't set them up on the skateboard. One thing that I wish, he does have peg holes. It'd be nice if there was a peg hole, or a peg, I should say, on the skateboard, so we could set them up on there easier than just trying to get him to balance, although he does balance. He balances okay. Not as much as some of the other figures that I've reviewed, but get a stand for him and you'll be good to go. I probably won't put him on the skateboard to display him. I'll probably just have him holding the chainsaw because I like that accessory. So why don't I go ahead and put the chainsaw on him and we'll see how he looks. All right, that was easy enough. The good thing about these hands is they're not small and there's only 3 fingers, so pretty easy to get it on. I do like how it's molded to where the, if I can show a close-up of there, the hand is almost molded in such a way that it looks like he's pulling the trigger automatically with his, I mean, they probably did that on purpose. Brett, you idiot. Anyway, really good figure from NECA. I like the Gremlins. If you have any comments about this Gremlin, go ahead and leave them down below. And if you like this video, please click the like button. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click both the subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies. So please check us out by searching for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Or you can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves, and when I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait and wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.